I recently made a video talking about how Donald Trump is acting like a Russian asset and how everything that he's doing in office right now is essentially what a Russian asset would be doing. And that got me thinking about other assets that we have in our cabinet right now, namely the billionaire-in-chief Elon Musk, who is a Chinese asset. Allegedly. I have no proof of this. All of this is unsubstantiated because unlike the Trump administration, I believe in the premise of innocent until proven guilty, okay? Unfortunately. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of flipped my shit when I saw this Breaking Times update pop up on my phone that the Pentagon had sent up a briefing for Musk on potential war with China. What does China have to do with Doge? What the fuck does that have to do with anything, okay? If Elon Musk is Doge, if Elon Musk is focusing on American government efficiency, what the fuck does that have to do with China? The Pentagon was scheduled on Friday to brief Elon Musk on the US military's plans for any war that might break out with China. Why does Elon Musk need to know this? Why is this necessary information? Another official said the briefing would be China-focused without providing additional details. A fourth official confirmed Mr. Musk would be at the Pentagon on Friday, but offered no details. Hours after news of the planned meeting was published by the New York Times, Pentagon officials and President Trump denied that the session would be about military plans involving China. China will not even be mentioned or discussed, Mr. Trump said in a late-night social media post. It was not clear if the briefing from Mr. Musk would go ahead as originally planned, but providing Mr. Musk access to some of the nation's most closely guarded military secrets would be a dramatic expansion of his already extensive role as an advisor to Mr. Trump. It would also bring into sharp relief the questions about Mr. Musk's conflicts of interest, as he ranged widely across the federal bureaucracy while continuing to run businesses that are major government contractors. Chief executive of both SpaceX and Tesla, a leading supplier to the Pentagon, and has extensive financial interests in China. So I asked Grok, as I often do, Grok, what's the best argument for Elon Musk being a Chinese asset? Grok says, the strongest argument for Elon Musk being a Chinese asset involves his deep business ties with China, particularly through Tesla, and the potential leverage this gives the Chinese government over him. Tesla operates a massive gigafactory in Shanghai, which produces roughly half of the company's global vehicle output and is the key driver of its profitability. Although not recently, because Tesla is going down the drain. No, it's actually up today. Good for you, Elon Musk. Doesn't change the fact that it's been down. This reliance on China could make Musk vulnerable to pressure from the Chinese Communist Party, especially given China's history of using economic influence to shape the behavior of foreign entities. I have a question. In what scenario would Trump ever allow a Chinese mega billionaire, ultra wealthy billionaire, to not only set up, and he's a federal contractor. So not only is he like the richest Chinese billionaire, but he's also a federal contractor Chinese billionaire who's also best friends with Xi Jinping. In what world would Donald Trump ever allow that person to come into the US and build a factory and have business relations here unless it was benefiting him? Right? So now I turn the question, why does Xi Jinping allow Elon Musk, federal government contractor, richest man in the world, best friend, first friend to Donald Trump, why does he allow him to operate? I'm pretty sure this is the only federal, he has to be the only federal contractor allowed to have a warehouse, a factory, the biggest factory in China. Interesting. I don't even think you need to go that far with the attachments, right? Just the financial influence alone, just the fact that half of the global vehicle output is coming from this one factory. That's half of what Elon Musk is.
It's pretty clear to me from watching the events of the past 24 hours that that's exactly what Musk was headed in to go do. I'm not sure the president knew about it. And that when the Times reported it and the Wall Street Journal and others confirmed it along the way, they changed the nature of the meeting.
You agree with that?
Well, I do. And one tell is that Musk said today that this was a leak and the people who leaked it will be prosecuted. Now, you don't get prosecuted for leaking a made-up story. You might get, criticized for it, but a leak is something that is true that you're not supposed to tell members of the news media.
And the chief of staff,
Elon Musk holds unprecedented Pentagon talks, wants leaders prosecuted. Right, so obviously this would look really bad if Elon Musk were being briefed on military war plans with China. So they did what they always do, and they tried to attack the credibility of the sources. It's a false story. It's all fake. I never slept with that porn star. Deny, deny, deny. Roy Cohen's tactics. We all know this. Musk called the report pure propaganda and urged legal action against leakers. I look forward to the prosecutions of those at the Pentagon who are leaking maliciously false information to the New York Times. They will be found. If this is maliciously false information, prove it. Like, if Liz Cheney did something illegal, prove it. If Adam Kissinger did something illegal, prove it. If Hillary Clinton did something illegal, prove it. If you can do anything, if you could prove anything, you have the DOJ at your fingertips now. Prove it. Prove it. Why are you just whining like a little bitch on your own social media platform that you manipulate so that you have a 1,000 times multiplier on everything? Like, this is my X feed. China's de Aragua arrest and Elon Musk Joe Rogan. I'm the most lefty communist fucking liberal like progressive fuck on this app. Okay? Why is this my feed? So now the Pentagon is launching polygraphs to investigate the false information leak. The Pentagon has initiated an investigation incorporating polygraph tests to hunt down leakers after Elon Musk called for the prosecution of any Defense Department officials spreading maliciously false information about his dealings with the military. In response to the accusations, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's chief of staff called for an investigation into unauthorized disclosures of national security information, with those found responsible to be referred to the appropriate criminal law enforcement entity for criminal prosecution. Outside of the fact that this is fucking batshit crazy. Hang on, no, I can't go outside of that. This is batshit crazy that the Pentagon is launching an investigation to investigate maliciously false leaks because a pissed off billionaire said so. Like, that's crazy. On top of that, polygraphs? Like, polygraphs? Like, you're gonna go after them with polygraphs? You're not even allowed to use polygraphs in a court of fucking law. What are you doing with polygraphs? Are you gonna intimidate them? Are you gonna make them sweat and make their vitals go up in the polygraphs and then show it to the public and then use that as proof to make them guilty in a court of public opinion? Could that potentially be where this is going? I don't know. Who knows? Elon Musk's Twitter is him just lamenting about people being mean to his ugly ass fucking cars, advocating for sending Tesla terrorists to El Salvador prison labor camps that are guilty of humanitarian crimes. This is the guy. This is the guy complaining about propaganda. This is the guy complaining about false propaganda. This is the false propaganda in question, right? None of this is all fine and dandy. Nothing about this is wrong. There's nothing wrong about any of this. This is propaganda. Okay, the same way this is not domestic terrorism, but this is domestic terrorism. Okay? That's the logic. That's the Trump derangement syndrome right there.